we are together again.
We did it. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to Sunday at Sea at 7.
Sunday at Sea at 7.
I'm Mark Allen Lovewell, and this is Molly Knoll.
That's right.
And
And
I'm checking to make sure everything is right. Please comment,
That's
let
right.
us know we got audio.
I'm going to try to share it real quick to our Sunday at Sea page so that those who look for it there are going to be able to find it. So that is what I'm trying to do. Yes, here we go. Share it there.
Isn't this fun?
fun? Usually this is all the Brad stuff that Brad does, so, we don't have to do all that, but
We're going through withdrawal without Brad.
withdrawal, exactly. Here we go. There. Hey, everybody. All right.
Ukrainian national anthem.
We're still doing it.
We're still doing it.
We're still doing
It
it.
was not intended to be something that we'd be doing it every single time we do a show.
No.
We thought that it was going to be a short-term thing. The Ukrainian national anthem, the invasion of Ukraine, was so upsetting to all of us. You
Yeah.
and I, all of us.
Yeah.
And we figured the idea was have do the national anthem. So we learned the national anthem. It's a sweet tune.
It's a really sweet tune, but it's like kind of got a pathos to it and also a strength as well, so it just kind of grabs you. It's a moving one.
Here you have this small country. It's not a big country. I mean, anyhow, we're still doing it. And there's so much wrong going on in the world right now.
In so many places.
So in many ways, doing this national anthem thing is a tribute to, we like things to be right.
Right. And we're holding a lot of people in our hearts.
So we're going to do this version a little differently than we usually do. We're going to start out slow, like a dirge, right? Something like that. And then move it up
And then give it a little power towards the end.
towards the
That's
end.
right.
Here we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Thank you. We wish everyone out there in Europe dealing with these issues good luck. Amazing.
Yeah. That's right.
Amazing event. I never thought I'd be living through something like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got Halloween here.
Halloween's coming. It
Halloween's
is.
coming. There's so much going on around here.
That's right.
We got new visitors in the neighborhood. You want to tell who they are?
Are you talking about the neighborhood next door?
One of the things that flew in?
You gotta tell me. Come on.
Buffleheads.
Oh!
We got buffleheads that just flew in. Molly was so excited an hour ago. David Stanwood posted something on Facebook.
That's right.
Will you talk about it, please? 'Cause
That's right. Well, so buffleheads are these cute little ducks. They're black and white, and they come back here for the winter. They go up north. They really like the cold, and they go up north to the polar areas for the summertime. But to see the buffleheads come back, you know it's fall and winter, and they're ready. They're like wind-up toys. They are so
They're
animated.
Look
They're
it up. Google
They're
it.
so cute.
They're the cutest little birds around.
They're very cute, and they go. They really move fast. They really are.
And have behavior issues. They do all kinds of cool stuff.
They're very cute. So
Look it up. I think
we're glad
there's
they're
like
back.
in the summer we got our folks that come from afar, and in the winter we got folks that come from afar too. And
That's
they're
right.
Avian.
So they're here. They're here. It'll be a bufflehead day real soon.
So it's
exciting.
Halloween.
It's Halloween. Now Halloween elicits a lot of different feelings from people, right? Right? I mean, sometimes it's like it's too scary for me. Sometimes, you know, it's like all the fright, scary stuff is a little bit much sometimes for me. But some people really love the fright stuff.
So for those of you who love to be frightened, Halloween is yours.
That's right.
For those of us, the rest of us, who love Halloween because it's storytelling season.
It is storytelling.
It's storytelling. It's the folklore season. It's the
That's right.
season where you think, you know.
And it's also family time. I mean, my family used to have a ball at Halloween and making the cider and getting the candy and greeting the kids. And we would all dress up. And of course, my kids, I would take the kids out, and we would just have so much fun. It was family time. Just dressing up and
Please
the
comment.
neighbors.
Please join in the conversation
neighborly.
with us because Halloween is your holiday.
yeah.
I think, personally, and I've been advocating this on this show for as long as I've been doing it, I've been advocating that Halloween should be a national holiday. And not for just the easy, obvious reason it's a time to play. I think every school teacher in America could benefit from the idea of having Halloween Day off. Certainly the
Maybe the
day
day
after
after.
the night of Halloween. Because when you get all these kids, and there are millions of them,
You
please.
can't teach
How
a
many of
thing.
you are related to a child
Oh,
who loves Halloween?
I think Jenny's tuned in. Jenny might be able to weigh in on this issue.
Please jump in, because the idea is that you folks, you school teachers, you put up with a lot.
That's true. It's true.
Hours! And it's not just like 15 minutes of the little munchkin going through his little...
is.
You go through it all day. And then they crash with the sugar. Oh my gosh, they crash. So why not simplify it and just honor the day? You know, we could tell ghost stories and tell stories and just. I'm really happy about. And I don't know how provocative I am by being this way. We took Columbus Day, okay? We took it away from Columbus, and now it's an indigenous Native American day.
There is a growing feeling that should be where it's going.
It's
catching
Cranberry
on.
Day on Martha's Vineyard, which Cranberry Day was a widespread Martha's Vineyard holiday, which later became only an indigenous Native American. Now the Native Americans, they can claim, and they rightfully so, that they've been living here longer than we white settlers ever did. But the idea is that there was a time when Cranberry Day was a mutually shared event, and kids could go home early to go out and help pick it was a widespread island-wide thing.
All right, we got to vote. Definitely the day after Halloween. Overtired, over-sugared kids national holiday. There's one vote. Thank you, Jenny. We agree.
Please wrap yourself around this. So let's take that day to make it something. You know, make it more like closer to Cranberry Day, or make it closer to our indigenous and Native Americans honoring their families and whatever, and storytelling and
Family time.
Halloween
that's
has
right.
you know what I mean. And the history of Halloween isn't just about scaring people, and it's not just about sugaring up kids. Halloween has a richer story than that, and I invite you, I'm a big advocate of Googling.
That's right. Look it up.
Go look it up. It's an amazing story. And anyway, we love it. And
It's remembering people who have gone before, and even in the church, all saints. So people remembering people in a fond way, not a scary like, oh, they've gone beyond, they're dead now, they're skeletons and scary. Not that, but just in a more reverential kind of way. So
multiple generations.
yeah.
In other words, not just my generation, not my kids' generation, my parents' generation,
Yeah.
but multiple generations of people. And it's, why not? I mean, please comment. I would love some feedback from you folks on this important issue of the day.
I thought it was really cool when we were talking about the feeling of this holiday, and that we weren't the only ones sort of thinking in this vein this week. I got a Facebook post from a friend of mine who I've worked with at Disney, and who has a lovely voice, and she's a talented songwriter and talented performer, and she's put together an album, interestingly, on this very topic called A Halloween Carol. And it's all about stories and sort of with a very much family sort of bent to it. Now, I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't had a chance to. But Sarah Whittemore, if you get a chance to look her up, she's a very talented lady. Google
Whittemore.
her. And it's called A Halloween Carol. So you might want to check it out.
See, I think it's a sleeper. I mean, everybody's sugared up. We're not talking about giving more sugar to kids. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about making it. Even before Labor Day, you can go into a grocery store and you can pick up the candy for Halloween, and it's like, this, So we're shifting the thinking about Halloween, and I hope you can help us.
That's right.
Wrap yourself around the theory, the idea. Anyhow.
You got a story for us, don't you?
So I want to do the song "The Ghostly Crew," which is song I recorded years ago. This is an ancient song that goes back. It's a 19th century song. When the fishermen sailed schooners around and they caught their fish in schooners and small boats, they didn't have engines. They didn't have diesel engines or gasoline engines. They went out in their vessels, sailing the waters around here, George's Bank more specifically, Grand Banks, George's Bank, up and down the coast. And you visualize in your mind that they're out there in the night under the canopy of stars.
We've had some great stargazing nights.
And they're frankly, because of the navigation in those days was not that clean, wasn't that accurate, they were nervous about running aground if they heard sounds of beaches or sounds of waves, whatever. You had to pay attention. You would not. The landscape was not lit like it's lit today. You could be going along and all of a sudden run aground. And on George's Bank, there were shallow areas too. So this is a song that was written. It tells a story about a man on a schooner. He's on his watch, and I'm going to tell the story. He's on the watch, concerned about them running around. You're going to hear me singing the lyrics of this man's concern about running aground. And then all of a sudden, these fishermen come aboard, come out of the water. They're ghosts. And they take over the vessel and steer her to safer waters.
Isn't that a great story?
Isn't that? So anyhow, enjoy this. Perhaps you'll lend an ear, like men and boys together, well nigh for 50 years, who sailed on the ocean on a summer's pleasant day, like wives in stormy weather when the howling wind rain. Well, I've tossed about on George's, been fishing in the Sound. Down south in early summer, wherever fish are found. I've been in different vessels to the western banks and Grand, like wives and herring vessels that have sailed to Newfoundland. Isn't that violin great? There I saw rough times, I'll tell you, when things were looking blue. Somehow I was lucky, somehow I got through. I ain't no boast, however, I won't say much, but then I wasn't easily frightened like most other men. One night as we were sailing, beware of land away, I never shall forget it until my dying day. It was on the Grand Dog Watch, I felt a chilly dread come over me like someone was calling from the dead. Right over the rail they came, silently, one by one. 12 hardy fishermen, now wait, I'm not done. Their faces pale and sea-worn, ghostly in the night. They each took their station as though it were their right. Well, they all moved about together until land did heave in sight. Or rather, I shall say, we saw Cape Hogue light. And then those ghostly fishermen, they all went to the rail as one and vanished like the morning mist after the rising sun. Well, those were the poor fishermen, oh God bless their souls, that I once went fishing with upon Georgia shores. Well, now you've heard my song, and it happened as I said. I do believe in spirit, and I feel I'm led.
I love that story. Such a great story.
Yeah, an amazing story. It's just, oh man.
And a beautiful song.
Oh.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So pretty.
So we're shifting around now. We're shifting over to Halloween, and we love Halloween. You know, we love the season of it. We love the season. This past week we went sailing. Our last sail of the season.
Oh, so perfect.
It was a warm, lovely autumn day.
Gentle, gentle breeze.
Just Molly and I, the two of us.
And it felt like just us out on the harbor too. It was pretty empty, which
Yeah.
was lovely.
We're going to feature it in our newsletter that's coming out. We're working on it now, hopefully to come out. I don't know if we'll be able to crank it out by this week, but my hope is
We're
that
trying.
We're trying. But it is such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience for us.
Yeah, it's so relaxing.
For the two of us, two lovers on a boat, and so this causes us to bring us around to, well, we're married a month now, right? Are we married a month now?
I guess
Give or
that's
take?
true. Yeah, I guess
We're
almost. Almost.
Getting there. So anyhow, so we're gonna pull out that song that Molly wrote that was performed
During our wedding.
at a wedding.
Yeah.
And we also performed it for you.
That's right.
We keep you informed. Molly writes songs and we perform them for you.
That's right.
So,
He does the same thing. For you. That's right.
and then we're going into the recording studio with it too. It's going to be part of our upcoming CD. We're doing it again.
Yeah, why not?
Molly's such a great songwriter. Why wouldn't you?
Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you. I take your hand, standing by the waterside.
Take your hand, walking into town.
I take your hand in the quiet of the night.
I take your hand till the end of time.
I found your love when peace had settled in.
I found your love unexpected by surprise. I found your love, and even better, you found mine.
We found our love till the end of time. We found our love till the end of time.
You take my hand, standing by the waterside.
You take my hand, walking into town.
I take your hand in the quiet of the night.
I take your hand till the end of time. Times end comes.
Time's end flows like the tide.
Time brings a gift of every moment.
A treasure is time with you.
Oh, a treasure, oh, a joy, this time with
So take by the waterside.
And take my hand, walking into town. We'll take our hands in the quiet of each blessed night.
Take my hand till the end of time.
Take my hand till the end of time. Take my hand till the end of time.
I think it should say something about us sailing,
Yeah.
walking into town. There's so many things Molly and I do together.
I know. It should. Well, you're right. I should add another verse about sailing.
There are only so many verses you can do. We go to the dump really well too.
That's true. I think that needs to make the
We go to the
song.
dump, we do all our errands. We hit the grocery store really hard, you know. Have you ever seen us in the
You guys could
grocery store?
suggest some
Please
really
comment.
good. Yeah, that's right. They could suggest some good verses for us here too. I think. Oh, Lorraine says top 40 hit. Love this. Please record this. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you all. And Cindy, so oh,
Now I have to
thank
be
you guys.
specific. I'm not. We're not changing the song. I just had to add a moment of levity because it's a thick song. It's a deep, thick song.
And you guys got to know that, I mean, he's giving me credit for having written the song and come up with the words and the basic chords, but he adds magic to the song. I mean, if you look at this thing right here, look it. It's an iPad and it's got words and it's got chord names.
Oh my
That's
God,
what
we
it's
got.
got.
All kinds of chords. They're
That's
coming
it,
from
then.
everywhere. You get that
There's
idea?
magic in there. There's magic in there. I didn't write all those noodly cool stuff. He did the noodly cool stuff. So, just got to give you full
There are
credit
only 6
for that.
strings on a guitar.
I know, but how do you make your fingers sound like there's 40 of them?
Only
I don't know
6
how you
strings.
do that.
Anyway, I hope you're all having fun on board and go visit Sunday at Sea, our group, Facebook Live
That's
group.
right.
You
That's
know,
right.
we got
Thanks for being
fellowship
here.
around here. Some of our regulars show up. Anyway,
That's right. Thanks for being here with us. Oh, now we're switching gears again. We're having a fun time switching up things, but we actually were gonna take a break to tell you about some upcoming events too. So this coming Saturday, oh, there's the ship's clock. Hope you heard it.
hear that ship's bell?
7:30. That's right, 7 bells for 7:30. So this coming Saturday night, we are getting to do a gig at the Martha's Vineyard Museum. Now, the one we were going to do at the old museum, the cookhouse, got canceled because it got shut up and the bathrooms weren't working or something. So
well,
it was
they
like,
shut
oh,
off the water, so
Yeah.
it was like you'd
We
have an
couldn't-
old. There was some communication
Couldn't do it.
issues, so we couldn't do a
couldn't do
performance
it there. But this one is worth waiting for because there's some yummy food
It's in
by
a heated
Gina.
place and there's food.
Yeah, Gina from the Art Cliff is going to be providing
Gina
food.
from Artcliff Diner is preparing some food.
Isn't that worth waiting for? So Sunday,
To heck with the music, just come and see Gina
Saturday.
Stanley.
That's right,
She's
Saturday.
a sweetheart of a lady.
Yeah, and she's going to be
She's
doing
our neighbor
food
down
there.
the street.
5 to 7, if you're in the neighborhood. 5 to 7 at the regular campus up on the hill here, right down the street, is where we're going to be. 5 to 7.
Most times when you want something from Gina, you got to get up early in the morning to have breakfast at the Artcliff Diner.
Fight for
And
parking.
you got to stand in line to get served because the place is beloved.
Because it's really good food.
People love it. So anyway, and she does a lot of work on that restaurant. It's a beautiful place. But anyhow,
Nice.
she'll be there.
Yeah.
And,
So-
and we just so happen to will be providing music.
That's right. We'll be there too. We might be eating too. That's going to be fun. So we'll have a good time.
Thank
No, we
you,
have-
Gina.
And then we're gonna be away the next day because my oldest baby is having a birthday.
A big one.
30 years old. How did that happen? I don't know how it happened, but
30
it's
years ago.
happening. And so we gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate. So we're gonna be not here next Sunday, but we'll be thinking of you, and we'll be back the following Sunday. And then we have an off-island gig coming up too, right?
November?
Yep, in Barnstable, right? Isn't it?
In,
Or Sandwich, East
Sandwich,
Sandwich. That's what
Sandwich.
it is. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
So we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
We're doing stuff, and
Yeah.
we're excited. So, but you're important to us, and we're important.
Yeah. So we hate to miss a week, but I'm sure you understand that that's a big birthday that deserves some recognition and some family time. So we're gonna grab it when we can grab it, and we'll be back soon.
I want to do this song because this is actually in the maritime waterfront community around this country. This song is fairly popular, and which surprises me because it's not a kind story. It's called Whaler's Tale.
But it's a good song.
It's a good song, and it's not an old song. It was written by Stan Grayson. He wrote it, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever. It's not like going back to the 19th century. But it tells the story of whales getting even against whale,
We like that. We like
and
that.
the chorus is like, this guy, he says, I don't want to kill whales. They think as well as you and me. And that's the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a complicated story, but it's not an easy story to tell if you're just casually going to listen to a folk singer, because singing songs about the killing of whales is our story, is our tragic, troubled story. And we don't do that anymore. We try not to do that anymore. I'm enormously thankful to the New York Times. Yesterday they came out with a beautiful, beautiful story about the efforts to save the right whale. But it's a hard story to read because it's awful, but the science is good and the efforts are underway, are being helpful. In fact, the numbers of right whales population has come up a bit. It's coming up a bit. So
And
it's
it was really cool. Can I tell the sort of
Yeah.
premise how the article started? Was all about from the mother whales kind of perspective. There's only 70 mothers.
70 potential
70
moms.
potential moms
Mm.
left, and it was like, can the whale mothers save this species? So look it up. It's something like that is the title.
And it's a
it's
huge
compelling.
big deal. This is not you can't be dismissive if you live on the waterfront, if you live close to the sea, to think and to know that we're trying as humans to stop hurting innocent creatures. Right now in the international world, we're hurting each other, but the idea is that the premise is, let's take care of these whales.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So anyhow, this song here is called Whaler's Tale. It's a song, it's about gray whales on the Pacific, gray whales on the West Coast, which also got decimated, but have come back in wonderful numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And off the Baja Peninsula was an area where whalemen more than 200 years ago went and just slaughtered them. And so this depicts an area where these smart whales took revenge. It's parts true story, part fiction, but I like the song because it's revenge. It gets
And it recognizes
revenge,
the fish.
revenge against the whalemen.
The fish,
And this
the
guy,
whales are intelligent.
and this man is saying, "Hey, these whales are important. These whales think like us." So anyhow, here we go. this whaling ship I made my mark, it's true. And I'll serve out my span of time as I swore that I would do. But I'll not man your boats again, though you cast me in the sea. For I tell you, sir, them fish can think as well as you or me. Just yesterday the lookout's call had bent us to our work. I took my place like all the rest, I'm not for one to shirk. Now 13 men's been drowned, and no more of them we'll see. Well, I take an oath them fish can think as well as you or me. We pulled our boats abreast the pod, the steersman took his stand. He had no time to make his throw when the oar flew from my hand. Just then a great fluke, it smashed our boat, the whale I didn't see. Well, I believe them fish can think as well as you or me. For then them whales destroyed our boats, they rammed them one by one. They stove them in with head and fluke, and after they were done, we few poor souls left half alive were clinging to debris. Well, I'd stake my life them fish can think as well as you or me. The way them whalefish went for us, it seemed as though we're planned. For each one had his target boat, they played us man for man. Just knowing that they can think so clear, my heart says let them be. Well, I'd swear to God them fish can think as well as you or me. Now John is blind, Jim's lost an eye, and Caleb's down below. My leg will heal, but other men no more aloft will go. So I'll not span your boats again, though you drown me on the sea. Well, I tell you, sir, them fish can think as well as you or me. Whoa,
That's
that's a powerful tune.
Right?
I want to add to this story. It's a very wonderful story on top of this terrible story. The area where this story is referring, where the whales were slaughtered and they responded, is an area that today attracts many, many tourists from around the world. The whales are so docile. The gray whales come up to the boats and they allow people to put their hands on them. And people will put their hands on the whale and pluck off the barnacles, which the whale, of course, likes. You know, it's like giving a massage to a whale. Now, how do you give a whale, a 30-foot, 40-foot whale, a massage with just one little hand? But you can see there. Just Google it. California Baja and whale watching, I think, is the way to do it. And there's amazing video on Instagram, on YouTube, of people putting their hands on these beautiful, big, Now the thing that's a part of it, add to the story, is that was so awful about the whalemen of yore, was that this was a birthing area where they had their children. It was
How
like
hideous.
it was like the worst case scenario that if you ever wanted to tell a story about how terrible we were in the whale killing business. And I'm a descendant
the
of a
one.
whaling family, okay? So it's like I have to live with this. And but the story is a good story because today, young children wearing life jackets on little boats, not bigger than a. Anyway, anyhow, they're out there touching the whale, and the whale love it. They
So
love it.
Seems like the whale's general natural demeanor is much more docile and sweet than when they're being hunted. Of course, they're going to be flipping their tails and saying, "Get out of here, people!" Right?
Yeah.
I would be. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of good news in that story we were just sharing with you now because our
There's a
whole
lot of good
perception
news
in
here,
this.
too. Look at this. It's a banjo. Just pointing out other good news that has just arrived. We love the banjo.
There's actually a crowd out there that do like me playing the band.
I know. It's so cool. I know you always have
And
to
I'm reticent to it
check
because
about tuning of it. That's one of the things that's so hard about it.
it's hard
Hey,
to
it
tune.
sounds good. Sounds like it held on to its tune. It sounds pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Do I get to
So
play
here's
fiddle
the
on this
good
one?
news. Here's some more good news about whales. So we were awful to them 100, 200 years ago, but now we love them. We go out and see them. And Molly and I went out earlier this month to Stillwagon Bank and saw a whale.
That's right.
And it made our day.
It made our day.
Made our year.
Even though we saw like
Made
half
our
the whale.
relationship more. Seeing Molly and I seeing a whale together stabilized our troubled relationship.
So if any of
It
you are on the
evened out,
rocks,
it
just
evened
go
out
find
the
the whale.
rough edges of our relationship by going out to Stillwagon Bank.
Stellwagen
I
Bank.
would say this to you right now, and you can quote me.
Uh-oh.
If you have a marriage that's on the rocks or you're having troubles, I would say go on a whale watch. It's just so amazing.
It's amazing. Rocks or no
And
rocks.
if you're happily in love with somebody, all the more reason.
That's amazing. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Stillwagon Bank.
Yeah.
Stillwagon Bank is like, California Baja. It's like all these whales congregate. They hang out there. They feed.
Speaking of California, we had Don and Erica chiming in from the California desert. So I don't know how many whales you're seeing there in the desert, but we're glad you're here joining us.
And Brad texted us yesterday. He said that he was out wandering around in Oregon, right? Was it Oregon?
No, he's
Idaho? Wherever.
wherever he is.
He's on the West
South.
Coast, and he
He's in
runs
the
into some
South
people
somewhere.
from the East Coast who follow this show.
Yeah. He's down in the dry desert of like the South, like Arizona or so. I don't know. I feel bad. I don't
Brad,
remember
you
where
can
it is.
comment where the heck you saw this one. The good news is that out there on the West Coast, hello Eric, hello Don.
Yeah,
We got friends
Isn't
out
that
there
funny?
who love the show.
yeah. He was taking a walk, and these people he met in a completely other part of the country. We're like, oh yeah, we watch Sunday at Sea. And he was like, oh really? They live in Martha's Vineyard. We don't even know them. So now we have new friends we get to meet when they come back.
So
that'll
you're
be
not
fun.
required to comment and to surrender who you are watching the show, because many of you are anonymous, deliberately anonymous, but you do watch the show.
It's fun.
And we want to honor you because, as we were saying earlier on the show, Molly and I go into the grocery store and we got people coming up to us who are really very lovely and sincere and sweet, and they
That's
tell
very
us they
sweet.
watch our show.
That's right. That's right.
In other words, they're not giving us any flack. They're not saying something's wrong with the show.
Now I gotta read you this sweet comment from Paul. Paul Moore says we owe a big thanks to the whales, and thanks to them we have our wonderful Mark and Molly. Isn't that
Aw.
sweet?
Paul, you're a star.
Sweet.
You're a star. Oh man, I could say so much nice things about you on this show, but you're also a low key kind of guy, right? Anyhow, the good news is that
We're gonna do
Paul,
a quick
thank
song
you.
here. It's just a quick fiddly one. It's great.
tis the gift to be simple, tis the gift to be free, tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. In true simplicity is gain. To bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn, we are delighted till by turning, we come alright. Let's do it again.
All right. Here we go.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn, will be our delight, till by turning, we come alright.
That's so pretty. I love the banjo. It's so fun. It's so lovely. Thanks for
Thank you,
dragging it
honey.
out.
That's very kind of you. Thank you also for asking that we do this tune.
Well,
We have these major decisions about how we are gonna put the show together.
oh yeah,
And
major.
we go back and forth.
back and forth.
Sparks fly
I
and
know.
all kinds of this and that.
It's kind of like, honey, you want to do this song? Okay. Look at just the sparks, the sparks.
Honey, we have to go over the list again. I'm sorry, we're very private people. You don't mind being brought into this, do you? The humanity behind the show. How do we do this? How do we do this show? How do we choose our tunes?
All right, we got a little something fun gonna happen with this one. Love
You
this
all heard us
song.
do it, but we're going to do
That's right.
something
We're
fun.
gonna do something different.
Ready?
Ready?
One.
You go ahead and start.
musical show.
It's such a
With
fun
your
tune.
flute playing,
Scully's real. We just love that.
playing the drum. Do you
That
ever
was
think of
fun.
Molly as a drummer?
I'm just having fun, beating on stuff. It's fun. It's fun.
Folks, please comment.
Aw, we love you guys. We hate when it comes to this part of the show. That ending part. We gotta say all these. We gotta say all these things that we always forget, but it's important. We gotta say thanks to Brad, who we miss. Yeah, he's at this wonderful campground, and it's down at the. I know we went to the Grand Canyon first, so it's down there. So
Brad is the
Capitol
guy
Reef.
who does all the electronic,
Capitol
all the
Reef.
digital this and all the digital that to present the show to you. We provide the microphones that go in and through a wire this big between here and Oregon. All the music, all the sounds and the stories goes in a wire this big, and it goes all the way
To Brad.
to Brad's house.
And when he's not around,
And then it goes
he
to
deserves
Facebook.
a break. We miss him. We miss
It
him.
goes to Facebook, and he cleans up the audio. He does
He does
magic,
magic. He does
so
magic.
that people on television on the West Coast, you're going to read
That's right,
off where they are.
CCM in Salem, Oregon, and also here on the Vineyard, MBTV. You can watch the like really professionally edited versions of the show.
Brad does it.
And he does the podcast too. Fisher Poetry Archive. You can look that up if you're, needing to listen to us when you're driving. Don't be watching anything.
Just remember that wire is that big.
So look us up all those places. Go to the website, mollyandmark.com. You can find out stuff on there. And
Goes on telephone poles, goes over buildings, and goes underground, all the way to Brad's house.
that's right, all the way to Brad's. That's right.
And he's so cheerful and positive. How many people do you know who are IT experts, people who deal with computers? It's hard doing what they do. And to have a wonderful demeanor,
That's right. He's wonderful.
if anybody who's an
He's a
IT
pal.
person, I am so respectful of you who do your. Molly and I play musical instruments, and we do a little this and we do a little that. But it's the IT people. Oh my
We have
gosh!
great respect for them. That's right.
We applaud
That's
them. We
And
applaud
we
them.
have great respect and great thanks for all of our supporters, our Patreon supporters, all of our Substack supporters. You guys, thank you so much because it really does help us bring you this show. So thank you for all of those things, and well, you know the drill. What happens now? We gotta sing a song that you know and you love. We all love it. Please sing with us.
Thank you for joining with us.
You know it. We're so thankful. So thank you very much. Here we
Happy
go.
Halloween.
That's right. Don't eat too much candy, but enjoy some.
Be kind to teachers.
That's right. Very kind to teachers.
Be kind to teachers, especially elementary school
That's
teachers.
right. Ration the candy for the little guys.
Call all hands, command the capstan. See the cable running clear. Lead the way, and we're the little boys. morning, and the sails were full of snow.
Tighten those sheets,
I'm pulling those halyards. Let her on, and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home, one more verse.
oh, it's the best one.
Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to bring us to that now remembered shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh yeah.
Rolling home, near Galilee.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You
Have a great week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow, ye winds, westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.